ready to start?
Let's do this, Joe.
All right, we're starting now. Here's Dan.
All right, guys, we're getting started.
Welcome to the protest against Citizens United. The title of my presentation is How to Stop the Empire While Keeping Your Day Job. My name is Jerry today. And this is the Citizens United edition. It's going to be different than what you've seen before. I did this presentation on S17, and it's not going to be anything like that because I don't remember what I did on S17. And I got one other thing to say. I don't want to mislead you. The title of my presentation is How to Stop the Empire While Keeping Your Day Job. I have not kept my day job.
Yeah!
And you know, people ask me, how did you lose your job? I didn't lose my job. I know where it is. It's in Chennai, India, in a phone bank, and the guy who's doing it is named Rajesh. He's an Aries, and his favorite color is saffron. Okay, I don't know what his favorite color is. My point is, we're here to talk about Citizens United. And I'm going to talk about Occupy. I assume you're all supporters, right? If you're like I am, you joined Occupy for specific reasons, you support Occupy for specific reasons. I support Occupy because I was tired of my legislators not listening to me when I talked. I wanted to get rid of economic inequality in this country. I wanted to stop the wars and slash the Pentagon's budget. And most of all, I wanted to see some bankers do a perp walk for wrecking the economy, destroying the value of my house, looting my pension, and making sure I could not retire. And you see, when I tell people that, okay, I have to be polite here, my bedwetting liberal friends, when I tell them I'm supporting Occupy, they all come up to me and they say things like, oh no, you gotta work within the system, don't protest. You gotta sign up candidates. You gotta register people to vote. Hope and change, hope and change. Okay, so 2 years later, Occupy is still going. Economic inequality is worse. We have a president who's conducting covert wars with drone strikes and about to sign off on $1 trillion to modernize the nuclear fleet. And all those banksters, the statute of limitations has run out. Here's the crazy thing about it, okay? The banksters have been committing crimes ever since. They've been laundering drug money. None of them have been indicted. I don't know if you know this, the Department of Justice building is the Robert F. Kennedy building. It's in Washington, D.C. It is the world's largest office building where no work takes place. But my friends were right about one thing. The government is listening to me. It's called the NSA, except they're not listening to me because they care about what I think. They're turning over all my metadata to their nerd squad. Their nerd squad who thinks that that TV show, what is it called? Missing Link or whatever, is a documentary, okay? So, we are here today to talk about Citizens United. This was the nicely gift-wrapped turd we got from the Supreme Court 4 years ago because obviously things weren't going badly enough. And it cracks me up when people think that if we tip over Citizens United, things are going to get better. They're going to get better than they are, but they're not going to get better enough. Because the fact is, okay, wait, how many of you look at Facebook once in a while? Come on, admit it. Okay. How many of you seen that dumb meme about how much Congress creatures make? Right? Oops, you did $178,000 a year. And yeah, that's awful. And I'm making $405 a week on unemployment, except it ran out. But my point is, we're expecting those $178,000 a year Congress creatures to go supervise somebody like David Koch? Because if you're an ambitious Congress creature and you want to have as much money as David Koch, all you got to do is save all your money for 3,000 years. That's how much wealth is in this country. It cracks me up when Congress calls these people to account, calls people like Lloyd Blankfein and Jamie Dimon. They make 100 times what a Congress creature makes. What are they going to listen to? Jamie Dimon has a Jackson Pollock in his house that's worth 25 times what a congressman makes in a year. Who's going to supervise who? And if you're a really good Congress creature and you do everything right, Jamie Dimon's people are going to come to you and they're going to say, we've got a lobbying job for you. 10 years at $1 million a year, just keep your mouth shut and we'll give you a job on K Street. So this isn't, you're going to hear people today telling you to sign petitions and protest Citizens United. I absolutely agree with that. But I want to talk about my bedwetting liberal friends because they cannot accept an inconvenient truth. We don't live in a democracy anymore. We live in an empire. An empire does whatever it wants to do. You cannot take some individual part of an empire and take it down. You got to take down the whole thing.
Yeah.
And the people in charge are not listening to us. They don't want to listen to us. And that's been true for years. The first protest I took part in, me and 10 million of my close personal friends marched against nuclear weapons. Guess what? We still have nuclear weapons. So, absolutely sign the petitions. Absolutely go to the protests. Absolutely do all those things that need to be done. But we have to have a plan B. So people in coming up to me and asking me what I should do, you know, what should we do to change things? Okay, I got a 10-step plan. Ready? You might want to get out a pencil here. Okay, step 1. Stop working so goddamn hard. Really, stop working so hard. Because the fact is, you're not getting any extra money from that, the 1% are. And the fact is, if you kick up your income enough, you're paying more in taxes than Mitt Romney is. And the other fact is, if you're working too damn hard, they don't have to hire anybody else. So stop working so damn hard. Step 2, do not buy crap you do not need. Because the fact is, we're all buying crap we don't need. We're all addicted to the stuff that comes out of China, and we gotta stop. And if you stop buying crap you don't need, you stop paying the sales tax. The government has to respond. Step 3, take the money you're saving in step 2 and help out the people who are fighting the good fight. And you know who I'm talking about. And that also includes the people in jail. Somebody ought to send Chelsea Manning a check once in a while. Just saying, okay? With me so far? Okay. Yep. This is step 4. Things are going to get a little more complicated. We're going to have to think about this a little more. Start fucking with the IRS.
Don't pay your taxes.
You have to be careful about it. Now, I'm trying to tell you this while you keep your day job, so you have to be careful about it. But the fact is, the IRS is built on voluntary compliance, and they are not ready for 40 million of us to take our 1040 forms, send them back with no money in them, and sign them Dick Hertz, okay? There are other ways to do that. In my longer presentation, I'll talk about that. Okay, we're up to step 4.5. This is step 4.5. Stop giving the government extra money. You are all adults here. I don't think I should have to tell you this. You're not going to win the lottery. And if the money for the lottery was really going for education, people wouldn't be stupid enough to buy friggin' lottery tickets, okay? Thank you very much. Okay, that brings me to step 6. Turn off your internet's machine, stop tweeting the twits, and start meeting your neighbors. Your neighbors are at least as pissed off as you are, and they don't know who to blame. And you need to make friends with your neighbors because the FBI is going to start looking for all of us soon, okay? Make friends with your neighbors. Step 6? Am I at step 6?
7.
Yeah, I'm at step 6. Okay, step 6. I used to say this, don't make fun of poor people, but don't make fun of anybody. Look around yourself look around to the guys who are watching us. You have more in common with anybody here than you do with the billionaire class. And somehow we got to get our shit together. And that means we can't start judging people on what they worship or what they say. Step 7. Occupy juries. It's a dirty little secret that the whole legitimacy of this system is based on the idea that the jury system is fair. Once juries stop convicting on the government's say-so, everybody who's standing accused of a crime is going to start asking for a jury trial, and the system starts to break down at that point. Occupy the juries. Step 8. Okay, this is really hard. Everybody has to speak truth to power. I was talking about my bedwetting liberal friends. They aren't speaking to me anymore. But the people here, I'm sure you all understand, if you are doing these protests, that we have an obligation to each other to call out liars and to shut down bullies. We owe it to each other to do the right thing. Okay, step 9. You need to come to demonstrations and march your ass off. Now I know demonstrations do not bring down the empire, but I got news for you. You don't go to demonstrations to bring down the empire. You go to demonstrations because after spending a year being the only guy in your office who thinks George Bush is a war criminal, it's nice to meet 4,000 people who agree with you. And maybe at that demonstration you're going to meet people who will agree with you enough that you can go plan how to stop the empire. And step 10, it's my last step. You have to learn to have fun. You have to figure out a way to get through this. Because this is going to be hard and it's going to take a lot of time. Bringing down an empire is not a sprint, it is a marathon. And we all know that not everybody who starts a marathon can finish a marathon. So, I want to encourage all of you, when you hear other speakers today, to listen to them, to sign the petitions, to call your Congress creatures, to do whatever. But we've always had the power to do this. We just have to recognize it. And let's see. I'm just about finished. I have a book coming out. It's called The Tubby Radical's Guide to Diet, Exercise, and Revolution Yo. It's coming out on Amazon as soon as I write it. And one more thing. If we wake up on Monday morning and the empire is gone, let's meet here to find someplace warm, bring beer and weed, okay?
Yeah.